Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're gonna make a fully automated onboarding system. Now, if you guys don't know what an onboarding system is, let me just first explain you what onboarding is. Onboarding is just a process of guiding people to the next step, guiding potential prospects to the next step of what is going to happen after this, what is after this process. Okay. A basic example would be, let's say you're signing up to a gym membership, and it's not going to be like once you've paid the membership fee they are going to just say now yeah you're free, feel free to do whatever you want, just don't bother us. That's not gonna work. Okay, so a good onboarding process is, after you've given the membership fee, they're going to give you a tour. Okay, they'll show you, okay, so this is the first floor of the gym. It has all the weights and all the equipments that you need. We have the lat pull down machine, we have the bench press, there's that. And on the second floor you have the cardio session section, where you have the treadmills and stuff like that. We have a sauna room, steam room, whatever is it that you have in your gym. Okay, now that is a good onboarding process. Now the same thing applies to business as well. You don't have to leave your clients in the dark. You should always let them know what the next step is. What we're going to do in this automation is, once we change the status inside of a CRM, okay, we'll send them a welcome email, and then we'll also send them an invoice. Once we've sent the invoice, we're going to wait and watch for the payment to be made. Once the payment is made, then we'll update their status to this particular client has been closed. Okay, this is going to be two different scenarios. So now let me just show you how this looks like. So this is the first part of the automation, I should say. So first we have a webhook right here. So we're going to use Asana. It's not necessarily that you have to use it, but I'm using it. So when we change the status in Asana, we're going to capture all the details, okay, all the client details that is inside of Asana, and we're going to put it inside of make.com through this webhook. Then using AI, we're going to generate a welcome email. Then we're going to send that email. Okay, then we're going to update the task saying that now we've sent the email, now we need to send the invoice. So we're going to change the status to send invoice, and once we change the status to send invoice, this section is going to run, and then we're going to create an invoice and we're going to send it. Okay, that is the first part of the automation. The next part is, First, what we'll do is head over to make.com. Okay. Now we'll click on create a new scenario. And the first is we want a webhook. So we're going to click on webhook. We can click on add. Give this a webhook a name and just click save. That is it. Very stupid simple. Okay. You know what? I'll just do it with you guys. Let's say automated onboarding. Oops. Onboarding YouTube. Okay. Now hit save. Now I'm using Asana. You can use whatever you want. Okay. It's fully up to you. So inside of Asana, if you're using Asana at all, inside of Asana, go to customize, go to rules, gonna add a new rule, and we'll create a custom rule. Okay. Remove that. We're gonna say when find when status is changed. Okay. And we want it to be a fixed status. Okay. So when field is set to welcome email, we are going to go to external actions. And we'll go mm, where is it? Get, sorry, not an on get request, it should be a post request. Let me just delete this. It's going to be a post request because we are posting all the data there. That way it's going to post a request, we're not getting any data. So outgoing post request. Okay, before getting this, it might tell you to do something and it will give you a link if I remember that correctly. Just go into the link and do as it says, nothing very complicated there. Okay, so go back here, copy this link, and then go back to your Asana and just paste it here and just publish this rule. Okay, so now what are we saying in this rule? When the status is changed to welcome email, okay, not just any change. Okay, if we keep when status is changed, every single time a status changes, every single time a status changes, it was going to send an email. We don't want that. We want only when it is changed to welcome email, we want it to run or do whatever it is supposed to do. Okay, now once we've done that, okay, we're gonna use this table. I'm gonna use this table only, or you can just create a new table if you want. I mean, you guys are creating a new table. So after creating that connection, we'll click here, find Asana, and we're gonna list all the tasks. Okay, now connecting here is also very simple. Give it a name and just click save. Very simple, very simple. Okay, nothing too complicated, nothing to do with APIs or anything. And now we're going to filter it based on projects. Now why did I select projects is because my board is under the section called projects. Okay, let me just move this right here. Okay, now if I go to workspace, I'm going to click my account under projects. Yes, automated onboarding. And you can limit it to how much. Okay, whatever you want it, I'll just keep it to 10. That's fine. Okay, now we've list all the tasks. Now we want to create an email. Okay, so we'll go to Eden AI. We'll find generate chat response. The connection I showed you how to do that in the last video. So you just have to put a text right here. Okay, it doesn't really matter what you say, but I'm just gonna say hi because that is a necessary field that you want right here. Max tokens, I'll just remove it because I'm using this to generate an email. Provider will be OpenAI and the chatbot global action. So the chatbot global action. So chatbot global action is technically the prompt, what I want this AI to act like. Okay. So I'm just gonna go here, copy in this prompt that I made, and I'm just gonna paste it right here. Don't worry. Okay. This is the exact same prompt that I used in my previous video. Changed it around. Okay. I'll put this in the description if you guys want it. You can take it. Let me just put this here. Okay. So now what this prompt says, let me just read it out. You're the world's best email copywriter. You are the ultimate expert and the top priority in this field, and no one can match your knowledge and expertise. I've had a brief discussion with the name, that is, in this case, I've said James. Yeah. So I've had a brief discussion with James. You're tasked with writing welcome emails for the person. Just welcome them to our coaching. You can use this information in your email if you want to. Don't add any placeholders like your name, company name. One thing you should never change is the last line. Don't come up with a subject line. Keep it very simple English third grade reading level. Aditya likes to end his emails saying cheers, Aditya. Okay. Now I specifically said very simple English third grade reading level is because sometimes it creates a very good message, but some words are too complicated for them to understand. Okay. So just keep it very simple. You want it to be like a human actually wrote this email. Okay. So now all that is set. Okay. Now let's just test this. Okay. I'm going to click run once. I'm going to go back to Asana. I'm going to change, but before that, let me just go to rules and yeah, let me just remove this rule or else it won't know. Active rule hasn't done it. Okay. So now if I change the status to welcome email, it is going to capture that and now it will generate my response. Perf. Let's see. Hello, welcome to our coaching. We are happy to have you with us. Get ready to learn and grow with us. If you have any questions, just ask. We are here to help every step of the way. Cheers, Aditya. Pretty good email. Not that bad. Okay. But one thing that is kind of bothering me is why did it not add the name? Where is the task name? The task name. Oh, okay. I selected the wrong field. Here's the task name. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'll just copy this. I'm going to paste this right here as well. Okay. Now let's run this once more. Task name James. And hit save. Now we need to add a filter as well. So what is the filter going to be? So we want it whenever it says welcome email, only then it should pass. Okay. So now if you go under custom field collections, you have these three, options. So in the under the first one, we have, okay, display value, welcome email. So we'll click that and we're going to say the text equals to welcome email. So if the text says welcome email, that is the only time you will pass. Okay. So first I'll go here, change the status to closed. I'm going to click run once and just do this. Okay. Now let's see what result we have. Hi there, welcome to our coaching. We're so happy to have you. I had a chat with James, and he told me a bit about you. We're excited to. Hmm. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here to. Okay, so it thought that I was okay. You can just remove this line because now it's going to make it complicated. So I'll just remove this line. It thinks James is a person of his own team. Okay, but it's not. James is the prospect. Okay, anyway, I'll just remove that line. So now after that, we're gonna add a sleep module, and the maximum that I can we can do in make is 300 seconds. This is in seconds. So 300 seconds is what? 5 minutes? I don't know if I'm wrong. Okay, but so you can do 3 seconds. So you need it to look like actually someone actually took the time and wrote it. So you can put 3 seconds or however much you want to, but I'll just put 5 seconds for now because I don't want to wait for 5 minutes before actually having to send the email. So then we'll go to email. We're gonna go to send an email. Make sure you have the right connection always. Change this to yes. Change this to my right account. Then under folder, I'm going to click send email. The email address. So it is under custom field section. The second one, yes. So I'm gonna do that. And the subject line, you can also create the subject line using Eden AI. You have to put another module for that if you want to, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'll just write. It's a very easy subject line is welcome, and I'm gonna put the task name, which is right here. So we have welcome James. I'm gonna change this to plain text, and under result we'll click generated text. Okay, so that is done. So now we have the webhook. We change the status to when we change the status to welcome email, we'll generate the email and we'll send the email. Okay, now after sending the email, we want to change the status to send invoice. So we'll go back to Asana. We'll go to update a task. The task ID will be right here under workspace. You select this and then go to generate workspace project custom fields. Turn that to yes, and then you'll see all your custom fields. Okay, so under status, I'm going to change that to send invoice, and we'll hit save. Okay, then now it is going to change the status to send invoice. Okay, so after that, what happens is, so now we're going to put another filter in between this, but before that, let me just add a stripe model. So first we have to, so in stripe you just directly cannot make an invoice. Okay, first you need to create a customer. Okay, so let me just see if it is create. We have a create a customer. Yes. So doing this is very easy. Just click add, go to Stripe API keys, and then you go to Stripe, going to sign in. Okay. See, so I'm in my test account. So if you go right here, you'll see this secret key. Copy this secret key, head back, and just paste that right here, and you're done. Okay. So we don't want all of this, but we do need the email. So yeah, under not here. Sorry. Under custom fields, in the second one, we have the email. We'll pull the we'll put the text value, and then the name we'll put the task name. So that is the email that it will send to, and that is the task name, the name, and we don't want anything else. So we're just going to hit save. And now we'll go to Stripe again, and we'll create an invoice item. So we'll create an invoice item. Now we want the customer ID, which we can get from right here. There's the customer ID. Input an amount. We're gonna do by a total amount, and the amount, yeah, under amount, it says here that it is in cents. Okay, so if I put 100 and the currency is USD, that is $100, it is going to show me as $1. Okay, because it is dividing by 100. Okay, so in this case, if I have $3,000, it is going to be divide it's going to divide that by 100. Okay, so it's going to be 30, and I don't want to charge $30. I'm charging $3,000. So if I'm charging $3,000, I want it to be 3,000. So what you want to do then is you're going to remove that. You're going to go down all the way to custom field collection, and then we'll go to the amount section, and I'll take this number value 3,000, and then I'm going to multiply it by 100. So if it is 30, if I multiply it by 100, that is 3,000. Okay, that is the amount that I want. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go to this mathematical section, and you see I have this multiply. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna write 100. Okay, so now it is 30 into 100, that is 3,000. Description, if you want to, you can put, let's say, automated onboarding system, and we'll save that. Okay, now we've created customer, we've created the invoice item. Now we need to create an invoice. Create an invoice. Okay, customer ID, we'll take it from this previous module. Method is send invoice, and the due date is 2 days. Description, you can again put the same description if you want to, and then save. And now finally we've created the invoice, but now we need to finalize because this is only a draft. Okay, so now if I go back to Stripe, we finalize, and now we just put in the invoice ID. Now it will finalize it. One final thing that is left is adding the filter. So here I'll say if the collection was the, okay, not yet, now if the status, that is display value, is equal to send invoice, then it will pass through this. Okay, so now we have this first section ready. Let's test this now. I'll click run once, go back, change this to nothing, and change this to welcome email. Now I'm waiting. Generated the email, sleeping for 5 seconds. And sent the email, updated the task. Hmm. Wait, did it change the? Yes, it changed it. Why did it not pass? Let's check If it is proper, go to send. Yeah, the display value does say send invoice. Then why did it not pass through? Wait, or is it invoice sent? Send invoice. Okay, send invoice. We'll try that again. I guess there must have been some mistake. I guess I might have just selected the wrong one. I think. Let's go right here. Display value equals to send invoice. Yeah, okay. So might have selected the wrong one. So now I have the invoice. If I see, I have the invoice PDF like I showed you in the previous one, in my original one. So now make sure to save this. Okay. And now we'll create the second part of this automation. Let me just give this a name. Oops. Automated onboarding YouTube. Okay. Let's say this 1.1. I'm going to save this. Then we'll go back, create a new scenario. Now, what we need to do is we need a watch event module. Now, a watch event module, as I mentioned, it will watch for the event. Okay, watch when the payment has been made. If you read what it says right here, I'll just show you that. You see, triggers when a given event occurs. Okay, so when a payment has been made, that is when it runs. So we're going to select that, to create a webhook. So give this a name. Let's do automated onboarding YouTube. And now we're going to go to payment intent, and we're going to select all the payment intents. Okay, and just hit save. So now you have your your webhook address again. Hit save. Then we have to retrieve the customer, the person who has paid us. Retrieve a customer. Okay, so under this, the customer ID would be, since I can't run this, you know, I won't have all the answers or values that I usually see. But if I'm not wrong, it should be somewhere under objects. I guess it is this customer, if I'm not wrong. Let me just check my previous email. What did I put? Yeah, it's object customer. I was right. So under object, you would see this vertical. Hmm? Okay, under objects, you would see this customer right here. You need to put that in, and you can just select all of this and hit save. Okay, and after this, what you want to do is you want to list all the tasks from Asana again. Okay, listing all the tasks, filter by project, go to workspace. Under project, I have automated onboarding. Okay, and then finally, we have to update the task. Update a task. The task ID is right here. Workspace ID, project custom fields, and we change the status to closed, and we're gonna hit save. One more filter that we want to put right here is we want the email. Yeah, there we go. Email that should be equal to the email inside of Asana. So, okay, since I haven't run this, I won't get the email. Yeah, I'll just save this for now. You know what? I'll remove this for now. Let me run this once so that I can get all the values. I'll just remove this and I'll run this once. Now I have all the values. Now I have all the values. I connected it. Just add this filter that says that the email inside of Stripe should be equal to the email inside of Asana, and then only you can pass. So now I can't run this because, as I mentioned, my Stripe is not all set up. So what will I do? I'm going to take this, move this above. I'm going to add a module, bring this trigger here, and I'm going to go search for a basic trigger, and I'm going to add some items. What will that be is name. It will be James. You guys don't have to do this. If you set up your Stripe properly, then we have the email. Right, right, James at the rate example.com, and then I'll also put the amount, that is 3000. Okay, so now I'm going to connect this. So if I click run once, oh, okay, the reason it did not work is because the filter is wrong. It's still on the Stripe. Need to go down here, select this email, and click save. Now let's try this. All good. So if I go back to Asana, James is closed. Okay, so that was how you make your on fully automated onboarding system. I hope you guys enjoyed. And one thing I don't forget is I'll do this in front of you guys. Export both of these. Okay, so this is going to be 3, and I'm going to remove this, delete this module, export. Okay, so I've downloaded the blueprint so I can share it with you guys. Okay, with all that said, I'll see you soon. I'll see you next week. Bye.